guys, my name is Todd from Go-To Cards, and today we're going to be talking about what I see as a secret rare problem in this year's tins. So we're going to be breaking that down, why it's a problem, what the problem is, and in some sense, giving some idea of should we buy these tins or not. Now, this is not the should we buy these tins or not video. That video is going to come out a little bit later, hopefully pretty soon. But the truth is that we just don't have enough information about the tins to be able to make that decision right now. The quarter centuries in the tins might actually be able to carry them, and it might make it worth buying, or they might not. The ultras might be able to carry the tins, although it looks like it's probably not going to be the case this year. So that's where we're at on that. So that video will be coming out later. I want to talk about the secret rare problem in the tin. So that's what we're going to look at. Before I jump into that, I did want to share with you a couple of things that I picked up. I did pick up a bunch of these retro pack boxes. You can see I got some stacked up back here. I got one back there. I highly recommend you pick these up at your local Walmart or Target. GameStop upped their price a little bit, so I would not necessarily buy from them right now. But Target and Walmart, if you can find these, they are $17.99, and they're selling on TCG Player for, I think, last time I looked, around $30 to $33. So there's some value in the sealed. I would not open it. We opened about 10 of them for fun. That's where I stand on that. If you can pick those up, they might be a worthwhile purchase. The second thing I did pick up is I did go to McDonald's. I did get the Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh kind of deal that they've got going on. I actually managed to get the last 3. Cohen took one of them, but these were the only ones they had left at my McDonald's. Probably the first time I've been to McDonald's and ordered a Happy Meal in about 30 years. Yes, I am old. So, but it was fun. So I, we just got them for fun. We did it as an entire family went and picked these up. So if your McDonald's still has these, be aware that the Hello Kitty, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff might still be there, and it might be worth picking up for you. All right. My name is Todd, again, from Go-To Cards. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a lot on these tins. Should you buy? Should you buy pre-sales? When should you buy? All that stuff. We break down every Yu-Gi-Oh set on the channel, and we would love for you to be a part of the community. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button. It does help us out tremendously. I know that we haven't done a giveaway for a little bit on this channel. The next video will for sure have a giveaway attached to that. So keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to bring you over to TCG Player just to talk about the tins a little bit and break them down. So give me a moment here. All right, so this is last year's tins. I'm not going to look at this year's tins because the information isn't complete on this year's tins. But this is last year's tins. And what I want you to see about last year's tins is they contained about 283 cards, about 280 cards. So they are increasing the card lot by about 100 cards. So last year you got about 300. This year you're going to get about 400. That's significant. That is the card pull is being increased by a fourth. So it's significant. It matters a lot. But what I think matters even more is that last year, I'm flipping screens here. These are the secrets from last year. Last year you had 70 secret rares. Now, a lot of the secret rares were, I'm gonna change it to high to low. A lot of the secret rares were cards that we were super excited about. You had all the Bestial cards in there. You had the Kashtira cards in there. You had Daruma Cannon in there. The Runic cards. The Labyrinth cards. The Exosister cards. There were a lot of cards that people wanted. This year, there's even more cards that people want in the tins because you have Age of Overlord in there. You got all of the Snake Eyes cards in there, which is super exciting. You have the Horus cards in there that are super exciting. You have SP Little Knight. You got Typhone in there. A lot of cards that people want. But the card pull has been increased from 300 to 400. Now, here's where we get into what we do not know. We do not know how many secret rares are going to be in the tins this year. How many cards are going to be in secret rare? Well, what I'm doing is I'm basing this year off of last year. So if last year you had about 300 cards in the tins and about a third of them were in secret rare, about 70, so a little bit less, but about 70 were in secret rare. That's a lot of secret rares. That means that in the, you could pull a Kashtira Fenrir, you could pull one of the Bestial cards, or you could pull this. You could pull Tri-Brigade Showdown. And as much as some people love Tri-Brigade, you probably were not excited to pull this card. And the reason that you were not excited to pull this card is because I still have a bunch of this card a year later. And I sell this card for $0.25. And still nobody wants it. Still, nobody wants this card for $0.25 because it's not worth anything. Doesn't have any value. So, besides the fact that there were good cards in the secret rare spot, there were also a lot of junk cards in the secret rare spot. So, you have that every year with the tins. But this year, when they increased the size of the set to 400, my best guess is that you're looking at somewhere around 100 secret rares in the tins. 100 different cards are going to be reprinted in secret rares. So yes, you have a chance at SP. Yes, you have a chance at Typhone or the Horus cards or Want It or whatever it is that you're looking for. You have a chance. But there's probably going to be around 100 secret rares in the tins. If you go back to last year you got 2 secret rares per tin or per pack, which meant that you got 6 secret rares per tin. This year, they decreased the number of secret rares because now you're getting a quarter century. So you're only getting 3 secret rares per tin. Out of, my best guess, is about 100 different secret rares. You can start to see the problem emerging right here. So if you're looking for SP, you're looking for one card in about 100. Now again, I don't know that it's going to be around 100, but that's my best guess. If they're increasing the card lot of the series, they're most likely going to increase the number of secret rares, giving you a harder chance of pulling the SP. In addition to that, they've lowered the number of secret rares per pack, which means they've lowered it per tin from 6 to 3. So now if you go out and you buy a tin hoping to pull an SP, your chances are 3%. Somewhere around 3% of pulling that SP. And you're going to be pulling a lot of cards like this. this brings me to the big problem that you have. Because I know a lot of YouTube channels have been taking note that these original print secret rares are going back up. Wanted is going back up. Diabellstar is going back up. The SP is going back up. Typhoon is going back up. And people are asking, why? Why are these cards going back up when they're going to be reprinted in 2 weeks? And what I'm sharing with you today is why they are going back up. Your chances of pulling these cards are very, very slim. If you wanted a chance to pull one secret rare of every secret that's probably going to be printed in these tins, you're going to have to buy roughly 3 cases of tins. 3 cases of tins to give you the odds that you're going to get an SP. Because you're only pulling 36 secret rares per case. Per case. If you go out and you buy an entire case of this, you might think, of course I'm going to pull an SP. No. You have 1/3 chance of pulling an SP. 1 in 3 cases is going to have an SP. Now, again, and I've shared this with you on previous years, I don't believe that SP is going to be short printed in this set. I know a lot of people think that it will be. But if you go back and you look at what Konami has done with the tins over the last 2 years, they did not short print the chase cards. The chase cards were not short printed. Fenrir was not short printed. The Bestials were not short printed. So you go back and you look at the chase cards in the last several tins, the chase cards were not short printed. They weren't. What was short printed were these weird, random cards were short printed. If you go back 2 years, branded in red as a rare was short printed. Not Pot of Prosperity, branded in red. If you go back to last year and you look at the cards that were short printed, it wasn't Fenrir. It was like Exo Sister Sophia. It was weird cards were short printed. I think Konami is going to keep the same model, partly because they don't need to short print any of these cards. Because they've short printed all of them. Every single secret rare in this tin is short printed. Because you're only getting 36 chances in an entire case out of 100 different secret rares. You see how this secret rare, the way they did the secret rares are going to be a real problem in these tins. And it's because of the sheer number of secret rares that will most likely be in these tins and how many you're actually able to pull, which is a very small number of them. And that is going to cause the original prints to go up. It is also going to cause the secret rares in the tins to be expensive. I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there talking about the tins, telling you to sell your SPs, to sell your One-Its, to sell your Typhoons. Now, Typhoon's a little bit different because it is getting a rarity upgrade. So I would sell the Typhoons in the chance of getting the secret rare, which will probably look amazing. But when you're talking about a secret rare that's getting reprinted as a secret rare, those secret rares, the original prints, are going to retain their value. In addition to that, the secret rares in the tins are going to be expensive. I've heard a ton of people out there talking about how SP is going to be $25, $30. No, it is not. It is going to be super hard to pull this card. It is going to retain somewhere around a $50 price tag. It will. And a lot of these secret rares that are chased after are going to retain higher value than they did in previous years. I'm on record. You can go back and you can look at my tin videos over the last 2 years. I have told you time and time again, sell your cards because the tins are going to destroy the value of these cards. The reprint will destroy the value. That was when Konami was doing what they were doing. They changed the format in these tins. And if you're going by the old structure, you're going to make a mistake. The whole structure of the tins is changed. You're pulling less of them, and there's way more of them in these tins. That will keep the value really high. Do not listen to these people that are telling you you're going to get an SP for $25, $30. They're wrong. They're wrong. I'm telling you, they're wrong. So the pull rates are very, very hard in the secret rares. That does not mean that the tins might not be worth it. They still might be worth it depending on the quarter centuries, depending on the ultras. They still may have the value that you're looking for. So again, we don't have the information on the value of the tins and are they worth it. I'm just sharing with you the secret rare problem. And it is and it will be a problem. And everybody that's telling you that the secret rares are going to be super cheap, they haven't done their homework. They haven't researched this. They don't understand what they're talking about. Do not listen to them. These secret rares are going to retain value. I'm sorry to tell you that. They will. This is not a normal reprint set. It's not a normal tin in the sense that we understand it. And all of that is because of the sheer size of this product. 400 cards, most likely around 100 secret rares. That's going to create a problem in the secret rares, especially when you're only pulling 1 per pack, 3 per tin, 36 per case. If you're only getting 36 per case and there's 100 of them, you can see how this is going to be a problem. That's what I have for you today. Just a word of caution on the secret rares in the tins. If people are going out and they're buying SP Little Knights at $70, that's telling you that they understand the problem of the tins. And it is going to be a problem. Be aware, be smart when you're making decisions on what you're going to buy and what you're not going to buy on these tins. I'm afraid that Konami has made the secret rares really hold a higher value than what we're used to. But again, my name is Todd from Go2 Cards. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I am out of here.